Hi, I'm Ann Simonsen. I am a health and wellness coach with a lifestyle medical practice, and one of the things that we teach as a pillar of lifestyle medicine is great nutrition on the back of a whole food plant-based diet. So I believe that we're eating what we eat as close to nature as possible, yet sometimes there are little cheats in the mix, and you'll see what I mean. I'm doing a enchilada casserole. It's, gosh, an hour or so from dinner, and I decided to throw some ingredients together that I already have. So I am using onion, and this is going to be a whole food, plant-based, basically vegetarian enchilada casserole. I remember doing enchilada casseroles decades ago with chicken or beef or whatever, but this is going to be every bit as good and a lot more healthy using black beans. So I am dry sauteing onions. I'm going to be adding red bell pepper. I'm going to be adding finely chopped zucchini and some broth and cooking that, and then throwing in some spinach. You're going to see, and I've got some corn going into here. And then the cheat is that I bought a enchilada sauce made. It was from a natural food store, and it's very clean. Rather than taking the time to make the enchilada sauce because, well, I had it already, and I wanted to do this fast. You can sort of see that even without fat, these onions are already becoming slightly translucent. If you ever want to speed up that process, just cover them for a minute or so. If they start to stick, this is a all-clad non-stick skillet. The material they use is excellent, so I don't fear it. It's nothing like Teflon. But if I am having a problem with sticking, I'll just add a few tablespoons of my own vegetable broth. I keep scraps in the freezer and make my own broth every couple of weeks, freeze it, and then I know what's in it. So already this is becoming translucent. As I said, I'm going to put in these veggies that I want to cook down a little bit. Then I am going to cover it. And I'm going to let this cook about 8 to 10 minutes. Oops. That was about 8-9 minutes. The vegetables are nice and soft, not mushy, but they've been cooked well enough because it's only going to bake about 25 minutes, in 25 to 30 minutes. I'm adding defrosted corn. If I had, that's my Breville oven. I started it so that it'll be ready to cook the casserole and be up to heat. I'm adding defrosted corn. I'm adding a couple of cups, actually just a little more than that because I want a lot, chopped baby spinach, and I'm adding 2 cans of black beans. So I'm going to cover this for just a couple of minutes to wilt the spinach. The corn, because it's been blanched in order to freeze it, is edible. It's pretty well cooked. And the beans are cooked. So these two don't have to be cooked. The spinach we want to wilt, reduce in volume some, and that will only take a couple of minutes once I cover it and bring it back up to temperature. And then I'm going to relocate you, bring you to my center island, and we're going to put this casserole together and then put it in the oven. I'll be back. Well, my clicker's still not working. So here I am. This is my island, and this is as simple as this is going to be. The things that I said were not whole food plant-based and bit of a cheat include the enchilada sauce. I could have made my own. You could go online. There's lots of enchilada sauces. this took 2 bags of this. I used Saucy Lips. It is vegan, Whole30, gluten-free, and I do take care with that. No added sugar, no added fat. And the ingredients are just tomato, apple cider vinegar, potatoes, raisins, sea salt, chipotle, chili powder, garlic, and onion, and black pepper, and gallo pepper. In other words, that's it. No stabilizers or moisture absorbers or anything like that. So I like that. Saucy Lips, handcrafted, gourmet sauce, red enchilada sauce. I'm also using a dairy-free cheese. I like Daya, and I don't very often do this because it doesn't matter that it's not dairy. There's always fat in it. They use maybe nut fat, well, they'll use cashews quite often. Sometimes they use coconut oil. Sometimes they use other oils. But this one's also gluten-free, and I wanted to do something with this cheese I bought, I don't know how many meals ago, maybe a couple of months ago. So there's my confession. I grated a little cube of it like this and got this much. Now I'm going to stir some of the cheese in here. I'm also stirring in a little of my sour cream. What is my sour cream? You'll see it on my channel, Simonsen.com. And it's simply silken tofu, some lemon juice, some seasonings. And I think it adds a marvelous creaminess to anything. You can bet we'll be putting it on our casserole after it's baked. Speaking of which, I've got to get it in the oven. But this is, it's just so good. I want to cream this up a little. So I put a little of the cheese, and we're ready to go. I'm going to begin by putting about half of the enchilada sauce on the bottom of the casserole, and then float some tortillas on top. I have 12 tortillas, and this is what I use. Mi Rancho. They're organic, they're gluten-free, and you could say, oh man, corn has no gluten. Yes, but the factories that make tortillas quite often process like flour tortillas or wheat products. And so I look for, again, USDA organic, non-GMO, as well as gluten-free, whole grain, etc., etc., Mi Rancho. So I'm going to use 12 of them. And so let's see how this goes. First, I use almost half of my enchilada sauce. Put it down. Fit my tortillas in. And try to cover the pan as well as I can. And this is just bringing back the old days of enchilada casserole. I can't remember the last time I did an enchilada casserole. I'm just really excited about this meal because I love them. Okay, I'm going to put in about 1/3 of the vegetables. So let me do my little smear it out and divide it by thirds thing. I think this might be about 1/3 right there. There. A little on my toe, honestly. Okay. Then I'm going to put a little bit of cheese. And then another round. A little bit more on here. So I want this solid, the bottom layer to be rather solid. At the expense of a higher layer, but I don't care. Okay. Isn't this beautiful? With the corn, the spinach, and the black beans. I could have used fewer black beans. If you look for recipes, oh, and then I'm going to put some cheese. when I decided to do this, I went on the hunt and I started looking at vegan enchiladas, and most of them used far fewer beans, like 1 can instead of 2. And I wanted a lot of beans. I like the idea of, let's see, okay. There we go. I'm going to tear one there and there. Okay. Now we need some more sauce. And about 1/3 of the veggies. And this will, as I said, cook in about 25-30 minutes, which actually will be perfect for dinner time. Letting it sit for 10 minutes wouldn't be a bad idea. The good news is, even though this is sort of a Latin meal, I have artichoke hearts that I'm serving tonight. Love artichoke hearts. And so we'll be eating that, and I'll let this sit and sort of, just settle. Casseroles like this just sometimes need to settle a little. Okay, a little more cheese. I want cheese on the top. And probably when we're finished and I put cheese on the top, I'm going to, maybe I have this much more from the brick of white. And I think I'm going to shred just a little bit more. I'm on a roll. I might as well just keep it going. Okay. And then finally, the last tortillas, as far as they go. We don't want it to be dry, but we want it to be, you know what happens when you sauce up tortillas? They soften. And that's a really nice kind of way to eat them in something like this. I'm going to leave just a little of this in here to dribble on the top. And there we go. I'm sorry I'm not doing this for you, but I can't do that yet. Excuse me. There. Now, you could do anything you want with this, vegetable-wise. Truth be told, I had some cooked broccoli in the refrigerator, and I even threw some of this onto the veggie mixture, chopped it up and threw it in here. Why not? I want to eat as many vegetables and as much variety as I can in my diet on a daily basis. That is part of keeping our microbiome happy. And the best way to do that is to have a variety of things. Big salad every day, casseroles that allow you to use massive amounts of vegetables. Okay, I'm going to sauce this up. It looks like I'm not going to be using 2 of these. I missed my opportunity earlier on. Oh, you know what? I know what I'll do. I'll tear them up and scatter them and throw cheese on the whole thing. So this is just me playing. And you'll see me throw whatever cheese I have and know that I'm going to have just a little bit more because you will see that in the picture. And here we go. I'm going to serve this with black olives, some guacamole, some green chili verde. What else? Oh, my sour cream. And we'll have the artichokes to start. And I'll show you pictures when it's done, okay? Unless I come back on, but most likely by then we'll be in a rush and I'll show pictures. Thank you for paying attention. Again, Nan Simonsen. Look for me on YouTube under Nan Simonsen. Go to my website, nansimonsen.com. If you like this, share it and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Have a great day. I know I'm going to. Bye-bye.